Jeffrey, of course, joins me as we walk through the major talking points across social media. Jeffrey,
there's a lot going on, as always, Friday, and of course, some of the stories you've taken, we'll be looking at them. So let's get straight to it, guys. The things you've been talking about on X, that very controversial, festering, protracted, never-ending theater of the absurd issue in River State is where we come from. Amewule led House of Assembly giving Governor Fubara 7 days to represent the 2024 budget. Remember, that budget is to the tune of 800 billion. It was passed by a House of 4, led by Edison Ehie.
At that time.
And
which has since morphed into the Victor Okojumbo.
I think Victor Okojumbo now is 3 members now, and it's just been back and forth.
Since he was, I think, chief of staff.
Yeah, he has been become the chief of staff. So,
you know what?
Yeah. so they are like 26 pro Wiki, 3 pro Fubara, and then 1 has resigned, 1 has passed on. So it's just a situation. Olorogun says this is the right way to go. Fubara must allow the State Assembly to function independently and without intimidation.
Well, this next one, you have to understand the lingo of social media to really decode it. And it's from Osnon_Chris. Says, July? But they never signed 2024 budget, essentially saying that, well, this is July, and this is over 1 year into this government already. And he says that term. Now, it says the state is running on vibes, and then that's essentially what this user says. But you have to decode this deeply, essentially saying, what is going on? I mean, what is the state running on if it's not signed its budget anyway? But there are provisions for that, and it looks like that budget is being implemented in some way because the governor said he had been presented.
Yes, I know it was part of the condition, the resolution. So he presented it. Let's not even go there. John Donaldson said, these people are serious. 2024 budget has been passed by the legitimate lawmakers announced by the State High Court. And since the case is still at the Supreme Court, they should hold on to hear the outcome.
Okay, let's just take this one from Agbe Osaze K. Says, I will advise the governor to do the needful now and fast, do everything to make peace with Governor Wike. Reach out to the lawmakers and disregard advices from his camp. It says all of that. The Appeal Court of Motosho's Federal High Court and Bassam High Court ruling all in favor of Amewule. This user thinks that the governor is sitting on, what, a keg of what? Well, you can complete that.
All right, fuel scarcity is the next conversation will be, you've been talking about. So let's get straight to it. Remember, the fuel queues are back. Some stations don't even have petrol and all of that. And prices are high. So Colin Sokwara says it's daylight robbery. The Tinubu's government needs to step in and regulate these depots. This is getting out of hand. How are ordinary Nigerians supposed to survive with this kind of price hike? It's already hard enough to make ends meet. Now they are just adding fuel to the fire.
Skay is an ex-user, Samuel Poha, says, are we going up or going down? How about all the noise about Dangote refinery coming in to reduce Nigerian suffering with imminent fuel price crash? This user says, I'm just wondering. So we saw that happen with diesel. So a lot of people are expecting. But Dangote refinery says, yes, July is still the target. So a couple of days to go in July.
July is here, so we're counting down for him. But there's a gentleman, we're going to show you a video now. A young man, a gentleman who attempted suicide yesterday in the nation's capital. So he climbed as high as he could get. And he made some demands before he would come down. Also,
so just take a listen to that.
No, you want to see it? Okay. You not see me by 10 years. And nobody knows the identity of the man.
What's your name again?
Who's coming?
Oh, that
to give us ideas, give us solutions. One head can build a forest.
This is just right after he was persuaded to come down from that really tall mast. He had put up a placard with a list of, well, I say demands or issues, what caused him to do this. And, well, that is him just being clutched onto by the crowd around him. And you can see the look on his face. Just wonder what's going on in his mind.
All right, so apparently he's trying to echo the fact that the country is hard. That's the truth. But don't kill yourself, man. Let's just see what we can do. I understand his pain. Yeah. but don't kill yourself.
You raise issues like this insecurity, the price of food items, even out-of-school children. It was quite a number of issues.
The truth is that this is one of the most difficult times we've lived in a long while in this country. So that is a fact. Honey Smooth says, suicide is never an option. It will not solve anything. Pick yourself up. You can do extraordinary things with your life. The fact that you could climb such high masts means you have the capability of doing many things to better your life.
Well, his name is Shoaibu Alhaji Shua, actually, just in case you're wondering what his name is. This next user, Bongo, says, just imagine the depression, the anxiety, his mental condition. That's what every Nigerian is going through. Some get addicted to drugs to get the pain out. Then the question or the charge is build a favorable economy to end all of these things.
All right, so we keep hammering on this, that the government has to do something quickly because things are very hard and very difficult. So no matter the explanation, the intervention by the federal government, if people are not seeing results, you're not doing anything in the eyes of the people. So when we see, the gauge now for me is when air go from 2 to 300 to 50 naira, then you're doing something. That doesn't mean it has gotten better. You just reverted back to what it was.
Status quo.
Yep. Okay.
Antebellum, or what do you call that thing?
Status quo. I don't do. Let's carry away. Have the next one.
Yes. So a user on Facebook put up this video and tagged it River Obaseki. And because you're wondering, there's no River Obaseki, but this is how this user termed the outcome of a heavy downpour in Edo State. And this was said to have happened yesterday. That's Oselu Lagos Road by Idaiken in the heart of Benin City.
So this is a... There are like two states that are getting a lot of flags in terms of poor infrastructure. Ogun State, the Lagos axis of Ogun State, I must posit that properly, and then Edo State. And this is a call to Governor Obaseki. So these are your people. Kenny, Josh, okay, let me see. How soon will someone who doesn't, I don't know which one is this. Okay,
who doesn't know the road?
Who doesn't know the road navigate this place? That's coming from Kenny Joshua Ogbeifun.
And Augustine Amodolo gives another angle to this, says people should know that flooding is a natural disaster and that it happens at will without human control. But provisions should be put in place to seriously control the negative effect. But specifically, Edo Benin case is that apart from the fact that there is no provisions for control, Benin landscape is naturally flat, with the flood not able to flow out of the center of the city, says Oselu Road has been like this whenever it rains.
All right, there's also the other one where the First Lady is admonishing Nigerians to, get involved in farming and food production. Well, even if it's for your mental health. So that's the First Lady. We saw pictures of her, gardening and all of that. Okay, I'm told that's a wedu.
That was, the first one was a wedu.
Okay, wedu, okay.
This looks like, is this cocoyam or, okay.
So that's Nigeria's First Lady farming. I don't know how often she does this, but she's using this to encourage people that perhaps the country has had to do something. But, I was listening to the radio. Some people are saying, don't put the blame on the people, fix it. But this is a good thing. If we can do some gardening on our own.
There's something that, and I know there's a lot of controversy around this, whether or not this will feed one family or not. That's not what I'm getting to. There's something about engaging in agriculture.
It's beautiful.
Something it does to you, not just the mental part. You know what?
The fact that you can grow something and see it evolve.
So you see, but you know what, Jeffrey, you have the first one.
All right, so quote Mibo says, Senator Remi Tinubu, excellent. Please, let's take this campaign to the state and local government levels. Leaders of the organized private sector also leading this initiative. We can feed ourselves. Food inflation will crash by fire, by force. Nigeria will be great. I like this kind of Nigerian prayers.
Yeah, and I hear there's some prize money attached to it, millions of naira.
I think 20 million or so.
So we'll see how that plays out. Well, some of us started already, so I don't know. Take a look at what this news says. Faisal Kerfi says, this is a wonderful initiative. Nigeria is blessed with arable land. So if we buy into this movement, we'll eat much healthier and cheaper food. Insecurity for the farmers.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah, so
There you go. Those are some of the things you've been talking about, but let us know what you have to say, particularly about the fill queues. Don't forget, you can send those videos, images, or maybe what your experience has been like. Send it to our WhatsApp number or hashtag CTV Morning Brief across social media. We'll take a moment now. When we return, well, your guess is as good as mine. We're starting off with the fuel scarcity. What is wrong? Stay with us right here on the Morning Brief.